No composer captured the essence of Nordic landscapes and legends quite like Finnish composer Jean Sibelius. His music will be heard this season at Symphony Center. Sibelius's status as a national icon has taken many forms. He's been memorialized on Finnish currency, has given his name to one of Europe's top music schools, and even inspired popular composing software. Born in 1865, Sibelius played violin from an early age. After abandoning plans for law school, he studied music in Berlin and Vienna, assimilating influences from Tchaikovsky, Bruckner, and Grieg. But instead of adopting an international style, Sibelius returned to Helsinki and embarked on a series of symphonic poems inspired by the great Finnish epic, the Kalevala. These include Pohjola's Daughter, named for one of the legend's central characters. Sibelius also became a proud nationalist, immersing himself in the movement for Finnish independence from Tsarist Russia. A product of this interest was Finlandia, composed as a covert protest piece against Russian censorship laws. When the Helsinki Philharmonic took it on a European tour, the piece carried Sibelius's name throughout the world. The great romantic style of Finlandia carried over to the early symphonies and violin concerto. The march-like cadences of his second symphony were heard as a nationalist rallying cry, though Sibelius rejected this explicit interpretation. The third symphony marked an immediate shift, at once classical and austere. Other events left their mark on Sibelius's output. In 1903, following the death of one of his daughters to typhus, he composed Valse Triste. It formed part of the incidental music for a symbolist play titled Kuolema, or Death. The next year, Sibelius built a lakeside villa outside of Helsinki named Ainola, after his wife. There, he'd spend his days at his desk composing, only to emerge for meals, saunas, and long walks in the forest. Sibelius was also a socialite who whiled away evenings in pubs, drinking and philosophizing with other artists. But in 1908, after a series of operations to remove a throat tumor, he was temporarily forced to cut out alcohol and cigars. The bleak and spare Fourth Symphony is often heard as an expression of that uncertain time. Meanwhile, the Finnish countryside continued to inspire. He was especially fascinated with migrating birds, and the rocking theme of his Fifth Symphony was prompted by the sight of 16 swans over Ainola. Sibelius struck out in new directions in his final works, including the Mozartian Sixth Symphony and the Noble Seventh. A Danish production of Shakespeare's The Tempest inspired music that is operatic in scope. His final work was the 1925 symphonic poem Tapiola, named after a mythical forest spirit. By this point, Sibelius had earned enough money to live comfortably, and he stopped composing altogether. Until his death in 1957, Sibelius lived a mostly quiet life, revising earlier works and perhaps feeling satisfied knowing that his music played a role in Finland's successful struggle for nationhood.